You was a rapper at first, right?
I started I'm still actually there's another there's another part of that going on. There's Freaky Zeky it's called LIE. LIE. Loyalty is everything, which is also a LIE. I'm coming around the corner on that. I was doing all the hooks. I was getting everything in order, but when SDE came out and we went in the whole 1.4 million, I had to switch up who I was. That's when Ohio came into play. I was running down because we was down 1.4 million. So I had to start going. That's when North Carolina and me going to Ohio came into play because we had to start getting our money up from the street. You know what I'm saying? So we can continue to keep pushing. So while all the mixtapes was coming out, you know what I'm saying? While all those mixtapes that Cam was doing, they was pushing and everything, and there was Jewels coming out and this coming out and JR Riders and the Hell Rails and the 40 Cows and everybody that was coming up at the time. That was me funneling the money up from Ohio. You know what I'm saying? All the way until we got out the $1.4 million debt. And then Rockefeller called. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of those raps and rhymes that was going on and I really mean it and motherfucking damn, now my brain is going crazy. All the mixtapes, put it that way. That was me funneling the money up. We had to go to Ohio, and we started out with nothing, cause you said we was in the hole. Sony ain't know what the f to do with us with SDE. Ain't no shit. Like, I don't know, I ain't no hardcore rapping listening, motherfucker. Shelf these niggas, or just put it out and whatever they do. And Cam, we was f***ed up at the time. I never forget. I was drunk with a hangover in the Bronx in my aunt's house. This nigga kicked the door. Or no, he called and told me to come downstairs. I ain't want to pick up. I lied and told him I was at the grocery store. First of all, what you doing in the grocery store? Anyway, on 174th Street in Mount Eden and Morris Avenue. But he picked me up. I came out there. I was drunk as f***. I said, what you doing, nigga? We don't got nothing. And you sitting here laying in nothing. You getting this money or not? I'm like, yeah. And from there, we pawned our jewelry and got a little bit of work. Weed. And we drove out there with, I think, about 2 ounces. And 2 turned to 4, 4 turned to 6, 6 turned to 8. And it accumulated all the way up till I got us out to 1.4, put it that way.
So that SDE push y'all in the hole. The funny thing about that is that's a lot of people's favorite album by Cam.
It was gritty. It was gritty. It was raw. It was the birth of Jewels. It was the grimy. We was in there working and pushing, but they didn't know what to do with us. Like if we were still with like entertainment, if they didn't drop entertainment and we came out with that shit would have went out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like Confessions of Fire, Cam always say this. It went gold, but it could have went platinum because we had a song with Usher on there and we were supposed to put that song out. But that's when we signed the contract stating that we ain't have no creative control. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what basically kicked us in the nuts on going platinum with Confessions of Fire. Then they dropped them and motherfucking Sony ain't know what to do with us. So short story short, they was like, I don't care what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Cam was getting frustrated. He was putting anything or anybody on songs just to finish the album because Sony, they was R&B. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made us go in the hole. But we got out that motherfucker though.
Why wasn't Mase and the Horse and Carriage video?
I believe Cam has more detail with it because I was the guy who was there. Whatever Cam needed, whatever Jim needed, I popped up and it didn't matter. I was the janitor and the president. But I believe, don't give me the line. Don't give me the line. If it ain't the exact quote, if it ain't, Freaky is not making shit up. I'm not lying. But I think Mase said I don't know the amount of money, but it was money. Mase was like, well, if I'm gonna be in the motherfucking video, you gotta pay me such and such amount of money. I don't know, 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, whatever thousand. Cam like, I'm just getting one of this motherfucker's horse and carriage. Nigga like, yo, you my nigga, come on, I ain't got the money to do that shit at the time right now. You supposed to be my man. And he said no. So it got to the point, and that's we got pissed off at that. You know what I'm saying? So it was horse and carriage. So we had a fake Mase coming in, and we fucked that nigga up. We was fucking the fake Mase nigga up because we was acting like he was Mase, but he was the Mase that wasn't there, that didn't want to be there because of the money. So whoever the fake Mase was back in there, I don't know if my bad, but you caught all type of strays. That nigga caught all type of strays. He was elbowing, smacking in there, hitting the nigga. But I don't know if Mase knew that the money was coming out of Cam's pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because Mase was already in, pause. He was already bad boy. So he knew budgets and all of that. So he probably was just like, yo, nigga, tell him, nigga, give me 30 or whatever the money was. And I'll do it. And Cam like, nigga. So that's basically, but don't get me lying. Somewhere in that area, the Vicentile on the Vicenta.
Would you say that's where the beef started?
Yeah, it was, that would, I guess that would have been, you know what I'm saying? Because that was the first thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's things that's going on, in my opinion, on how people view what the fuck is really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like Mase was already established. Cam was coming up. So what Mase already knew, he was probably pushing on, I guess, the record label or to Cam to tell the record label, but Cam ain't understand that at the time. So for a person just coming up, that's gonna seem like, damn, what the fuck is you doing? You know what I mean? You know I'm trying to get on, but in Mace's view, he was like, go tell these motherfuckers, I'm trying to tell you, these niggas got money. You know what I'm saying? So that might have started that, like, what the infrastructure, because Cam was a little negligence to the game, didn't know the game at the time. So when Mase was running, like we was on tour and they finished the tour. Well, Jim and Cam went on tour with Mase. And they was like, yo, after the tour, then hopped in the V, had the new platinum chain, and then threw us some shit. We thought we had money. It was a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess Mase knew certain parts of the game already. I don't know if Mase should have did certain shit or if he shouldn't have did certain shit. But I know, being that he was a little advanced in the game, he was letting Cam know how the game is going through the trial and error. And Cam was like, that on certain shit, on a lot of shit. And that's probably what started this. That's what struck the match for the flame to go ablaze. You know what I'm saying?